notice, and this is the typical copyright. We continue with mathematics syllabus for CSEC 2018 to 2027. Schedule of videos. These first 3 sections here, all 51 videos have been published in their entirety on YouTube. Section 4, measurement. All 17 of these videos have been completed. 5 have been published in their entirety on YouTube. Section 5, statistics. All 18 of these videos have been completed. 5 have been published in their entirety on YouTube. Section 6, algebra. This is where we are now. This is the 7th video of 22, and hopefully by mid-September this section should be completed, to be followed by section 7, relations, functions, and graphs, by the end of October 2025, and then section 8, geometry and trigonometry, by the end of November 2025, and finally section 9, vectors and matrices, by the end of December 2025. Disclaimer here, this schedule is just a projection and is not to be interpreted as a contract with anybody. Section 1, numbered theory and computation, 33 videos. They are all published on YouTube in their entirety, as I just said, especially since this section forms the foundation on which the rest of the syllabus is based. 33 videos. Please make sure you look at all of them and know them very well. A reminder that you need to know the times tables 2 to 12, especially since calculators are not allowed in paper 1. Section 2, consumer arithmetic. All 12 of these videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety. Section 3, sets. All 6 of these videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety. Section 4, measurement. These videos indicated by yellow have been published in their entirety on YouTube, and the others are only partially published. Please see directions in the description below for full access to these videos, which are only partially published on YouTube. Section 8, statistics. 18 videos. These indicated in yellow have been published on YouTube in their entirety, and the others are only partially published on YouTube. Again, please see directions in the description below to gain full access to these videos that are only partially published on YouTube. We are now at section 6, algebra, and this section has 22 videos. Before we go on, recall I said in the introductory video that you will need a good math textbook or a set of 2 to get more practice questions especially. CSEC recommends the following, shown at right. These here. Please pay close attention to these last 2, especially since they form a very good 2-volume set of math textbooks that is quite adequate for the current CSEC math exam. This is a picture of volume 1, Mathematics, a Complete Course with CXC questions by Raymond Tulsi. And this is a picture of volume 2. Disclaimer, I get no financial or other benefits from the sale of these books. Also very recently, late 2024 I think, A website with AI interactivity has been made available free of cost that deals with past CSEC math questions only, specifically from paper 2. You can navigate by topics or years, where all questions for the past several years have been worked out. If you still have a question that you need explained, you can ask the AI assistant either by text or voice, and most likely that will be explained for you. It is extremely important that you become familiar with how CSEC sets its questions for paper 2 and what will be considered good or acceptable or correct answers to such questions. This is the URL for that website. On the next slide, I will show you what the home page of that website looks like, which is this that you see here. You will first have to register, and subsequent to that, sign in. Again, that is the URL for that website. This URL will be included in the description below in this video, so you can easily click on it and be redirected to this website. Another reminder that this formula sheet is provided for CSEC math examination papers that you see here on the left. There will be a link in the description below from where this formula sheet can be downloaded. Of course, if you have the complete syllabus, this formula sheet is included in the syllabus. This is the top part of that formula sheet. You do not need to learn or memorize these formulae. As I said, this formula sheet will be provided during the math examination, the CSEC math examination. And this is the below part of that same formula sheet. While you do not need to memorize these formulae, you do need to know when and how to use them. Overview, Algebra, Section 6. These 4 objectives have been completed in these 4 videos here. Overview, objectives 5 and 6 have been completed. 5 and 6 have been completed. And we are now at objective 7 down here, which is video 7. So as I said, these first 6 objectives have been completed in those 6 videos. We are now here, video 7, objective 6.7. These 2 have been published in their entirety, and these other 4 only partially published. When video 7 is finished, it will also be only partially published. So as I said, we are at objective 7, and we have some examples here. This objective says, apply the distributive law to factorize or expand algebraic expressions. Now, I know when students hear factorize, they already think it is difficult. In this case, this objective is not difficult. Now, the distributive law, also called the distributive property, in mathematics is the law relating the operations of multiplication and addition, stated symbolically as A, open bracket, B plus C, close bracket, which equals to AB plus AC. We already know about this from the last objective. Now we have to apply it to factorize or expand algebraic expressions. We will begin with expand algebraic expressions, since this is actually easier than Factorize. The principle is to multiply the term outside the parentheses with each term inside the parentheses. We often call that curved brackets. So let's look at example 1. Expand the algebraic expression using the distributive law. This is redundant. You can only use the distributive law to explain it. So 4, open bracket, C plus D, close bracket. Now this here that is called a curved bracket or parenthesis, I will refer to as plain bracket. So what do? You multiply that 4 by the C, you get 4C, put back that plus sign there, then multiply the 4 by the D, and you get 4D. Now always keep in mind that a symbol which does not seem to have a coefficient or an index actually has an understood one in both of those places. For example, if you see R by itself, that means 1R to the first power. If you find this video useful and interesting, please like and share. That is to say, like and share. You may also consider subscribing to this channel. Example 2, expand the algebraic expression using the distributive law. As I said, this part here is redundant. You can only use the distributive law to expand. So 4, open bracket, G minus Y, close bracket. So you would take that 4, multiply the G, that gives us 4G, bring down back that subtraction sign, and then take that 4 and multiply the Y, and you get 4Y. So the answer to that is 4G minus 4Y. Example 3, expand this algebraic expression. Remember I said using the distributive law is redundant. You don't really need that because you must use the distributive law. So you will take this 4 and multiply every single element in here, every single item in here, keeping those signs. So 4 times G is 4G, bring down the minus sign. 4 times Y is 4Y, bring down the plus sign. And 4 times 2K is 8K. So if you expand that, you will get this.